Today we are checking out the 2024 Vantage by Aston Martin. This has 4 golden stars. We are going to do a stage 6 maxed out shift and tune, stage 5 shift and tune. We're going to look for a low performance point high evo setup, and we're going to do a review on the car as well. Let's go ahead and start off with the maxed out shift and tune. So put your nitrous all the way to the right. Put your final drive on 2.0, and as usual, 8 psi on the tires. We got a 7.039 on the dyno time, and we'll be lucky if we can hit 7.0. We'll see, maybe 7.0, 7.1s. And unfortunately, this is another one of those horrible kickback cars, so what you want to do is let go of the gas just a little bit after number 1. The needle is going to kick all the way back. As soon as you get the kickback, second and nitrous, all the rest of the shifts right before the red line, just like this. 3, 2, 1, go. Second nitrous, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. Now I absolutely hate these cars with the kickback. They just keep making more and more and more of these, and I can't stand driving them. Nobody can. Everybody I know hates these things. There we got a 7.032, so it's not beating the dyno time by much, but it did by a little bit. Honestly, 7.0 for a 4-star car, that's not so bad, but let's set this thing up on stage 5 parts and see what she'll do on stage 5. Alright, so on stage 5, not much has changed with the tune, and we still have huge amounts of evo points, so put your nitrous all the way to the right. Final drive at 2.0. Tire pressure 8 psi, and huge shout out to YouTuber Nitro for CSR for access to this account so I can show you guys the cars and teach you how to drive them and let you know if they're any good. But we do have an 8.394 on the dyno time on stage 5, so let's go ahead and show you how to drive it. So unfortunately on stage 5 this thing drives the exact same way. You let go of the gas a little bit after number 1, the needle kicks back to like 1000 RPMs. You hit second and nitrous right after, all the shifts right before the red line. So stage 5 and stage 6, it is a terrible kickback car. All right, let's go do it. 3, 2, 1, go. Second nitrous, third, fourth, fifth, 6th gear, 7th gear, 8th gear, and that's a lot of freaking gears and kickbacks and everything else that I don't like, but it's not that bad. I mean, for a tier 4, a 4-star car, not too bad. Then we got an 8.358. Yeah, all right. Let's see if it's got a low performance point high evo setup. All right, so we found something. Now, this is the part that I like. So generally, this is either good for live racing and or beating the dynos. Sometimes both, sometimes one or the other. But I'm going to think this is probably going to be a nice live racing setup. So what you want to do is refit some of your parts. All right, so refit the engine back to stock, turbo stock, intake stock, nitrous stage 2, body stage 4, tire stage 3, transmission stage 4, and we basically have, we lost a little bit of evo. We were up over 2,000 a minute ago till I tuned it, but that's okay. We still got 1,800 and 635 on the performance points. To tune it for the low performance point high evo, simply put your nitrous all the way to the right. 2.26 on the transmission slider or final drive, whatever you want to call it. Tire pressure 8 psi, and that puts us in the 11.2 lobby. So we want to run this car as close to 11.2 as possible if live racing, and it will run in the 11.1s right there if we don't slow down. To drive it like this, just simply let go of the gas at number 1. All good shifts, nitrous on second, so it's a very basic shift pattern, nothing to it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Second nitrous, third, fourth, fifth, and here comes 6th gear, and that's pretty much it. We are done. I don't think we have to shift it again. But we might want to slow down once or twice if we're trying to live race because we don't want to beat the 11.2 lobby. This car cannot run 11 zeros, right? This car is not going to run 11 zeros, so we don't want it to get pushed into the 11.0 lobby. We want it to stay in the 11.2 lobby, so drive it at 11.2 for best results. But yeah. Alright, so it's review time, and bottom line is, if you don't mind the needle kickback, this is kind of a cool car in a lot of different ways. It's probably going to be decent at live racing. It's not much of a dyno beater, but it's pretty fast. There's really nothing wrong with it, honestly. I kind of like it, except for the needle kicks back. So if I were to get this, I would probably set it up on the low performance point setup and leave it there. Personally, that's what I would do with it. Let's go ahead and do a test run. We'll look at the top speed. We'll look at the acceleration and all the stats. And just kind of get, oh my goodness, we'll try and get a good idea of what this thing is capable of here. So 3, 2, 1, go. Second nitrous. I got a really bad, I didn't do that right, but that's okay. It'll run a little slower, but that's fine. We don't have to be precise here. Unfortunately, hitting the world record times for these cars is almost impossible. I think you got to have like a computer program shifting the car for you or something. Then we got a 7.013, so that actually ran better than before, I would say. That's probably my best time on the car so far, but if you look at the acceleration, 0 to 60 in 0.8, not bad. 0 to 60 in 1.345, not bad. 448 miles per hour, not bad. I mean, it's a pretty nice car, honestly. I was not expecting this to be any good, but this is way better than I thought. So, yeah, if this is something you get and you don't already have a good tier 5 car or something, good Lord, what are you waiting for? Put some parts on that. Aston Martin parts are really easy to get, at least the Fusions, right? Stage 6 parts, that's another story. I can't really say there's any car in the world that's easy to get stage 6 parts for, but nice little car. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah.